clothing and stuff in my mouth, and put the blindfold on, and touch the orb. I say goodbye to her.
Okay. And?
I take the orb from her.
Alrighty then, you take the orb off, and in an instant, the old woman before you disappears. She seems to melt out of existence, and finally steam rises from the puddle of whatever substance that was, and dissipates into the air. And then suddenly things go black for you. You can no longer see, and in an instant you're feeling writhing, almost screaming, agonizing pain coming from the front of your face. You pull your hand up to your face, and liquid seems to be pouring out of your skull.
What'd I miss?
Denora went up to the top of the tower and has acquired the white orb.
It makes you blind.
Do I still have consciousness while this thing is happening?
You're still conscious. In fact, the orb is speaking to you as this happens and goes, "You've made a very strong choice. I hope for your sake you know what you're doing."
And I hope for my sake.
You're not saying that. You're in fucking pain.
Yeah.
Your eyes are melting.
So what do you have to say in response to that? Well, that seems kind of unreasonable.
That seems to be that hardly seems to be a response I would want to expect, but very well. It's your
I
eyes.
put the cloth in my mouth so people downstairs wouldn't hear me.
Alright, well, you're holding the orb in one hand, you're blindfolded in the other hand.
And I wear the necklace, I throw it on and go...
Wait, what?
I put on the necklace that the orb was
Okay, yeah, you put on the necklace.
Am I in enough capacity to not be screaming and writhing in agony anymore?
You're basically in the fetal position on the floor, holding your hands up to your eyes at this point.
Oh.
And then, I would suspect at this point you would make an endurance check.
Okay.
Mm.
Durance. Oh, +4. No!
You pass out from the pain. This is so agonizing, so absolutely horribly painful that you absolutely pass out from what has happened.
Yay!
Yay. And you're laying on the floor in front of nothingness there. In the meantime, you guys downstairs, Greg and I believe Dother are down there, and you're just sort of, twiddling your thumbs outside of the church as the man asked you to leave.
So what have we been doing the last few days?
Traveling. We're here to hopefully acquire the white orb of this tower, and I look up and I see the light still shine. It's like, well, looks like Denora hasn't acquired it yet from the looks of it, but hopefully she's well. Hopefully she hasn't caused an incident. How long has it been since Denora has left to go up there?
Half an hour.
Okay. Wait for about another 15 minutes or so, and then enter the church again. See if.
Okay, you wait another about 45 minutes. You wait up to about 45 minutes to an hour to when you left and enter the church, and you don't really see anyone around. The father, the priest, the cleric is left. I'll get it right. Don't worry.
How dark is it inside the church right now?
It's daylight out, so it's not that dark.
Okay. And is the ladder still at the trap door? Is the trap door still open?
Still at the trap door.
I'll look around, see who's around, and then I'm going to try to approach the ladder to the trap door.
Do a stealth check. Unless you're not trying to be stealthy.
That's what I was asking about the shadows. Alright. 10, so
You think you're relatively quiet
Yeah.
as you approach the ladder.
And then I glance around, then I move to climb the ladder into the trapdoor into the tower itself.
All right, you do that.
See the stairs, go up the stairs towards...
All right, as you open the trap door at the top, your eyes fall upon what appears to be just a horrific sight. Blood and gore seem to be coming from the front of Denora's face. She's passed out on the floor, holding what appears to be a blindfold in her right hand, and there's an amulet around her neck. She appears to be alive to you, but you look at her face and you notice that her eyes are gone.
First thing I'm going to do is, if she's put any damage, I'm just going to grant healing surge using Inspiring Word.
She's completely just out of it right now.
Right.
So, I mean, she hasn't lost any hit points, but...
Right. I'm going... Well, I guess I'll first do a heal check just to see if I can gauge how... If I can try to... Well, actually, I'm not going to try to work. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the blindfold and carefully put it around her face so it's covering her eyes.
Okay.
And you'll look around. I take it that I see that the old woman is gone. Do I hear anything being spoken from the shadow orb at all while I'm tending to Denora?
No, he'll pipe up when he...
Yeah. Okay. After I make sure the blindfold's on her, I'm going to try to pick her up and carry her out of the room and down the stairs.
You carry her down the stairs towards the ladder.
Okay. And when we get to the ladder, I'm going to... This is going to be tricky. I'm going to try to hold on to her over her shoulder while trying to climb down the ladder.
You're not going to be able to do that. The hole there is only big enough for like one person.
Shoot. I lay her by the ladder, climb down. Is there anyone in the church as I climb down?
Dother's there, that's it.
I call for Dother to come over.
How did we get here? What happened?
You're in a church.
You're in the church because you came with... I just call for Dother, just get over here. Help me get Denora down here.
Okay, what's wrong?
You'll see. Just stand at the base of the ladder and help catch her when I ease her down, okay?
Okay, I will catch her with my 8 strength.
I'm trying to lean down through the hole and try to gently lay Denora into Dother's hand so he can catch her. I'm not just going to push her through the hole.
How much weight can you hold, Dother?
Up to 80 pounds.
Oh, Jesus. You lay
Denora...
Denora down, Greg, but Dother is not the epitome of male physical fitness.
You suck, Dother.
You fall down and collapse with Denora on top of you. She lands on top of you, Dother, face to face. Her blindfold has come off, and you
Dother, you need to learn to calm yourself. I'm going down the ladder and trying to put the blindfold back in Denora.
I want to note I'm back on the ship doing a crossword puzzle right now.
What's a 13-letter word for a state of alarm?
Okay. As I go down to put the blindfold back in Denora, is there anyone around?
No.
Okay. I take the cloth hose in Denora's mouth and I stuff it in Dother's mouth.
Eyeless woman! Ah!
Okay, we need to go now. I just say I pick up Denora and I help try to carry her out of the church.
Okay.
With Dother in tow.
You and Dother are able to carry her out of the church. Where are you going?
I carry her legs.
I try to. The streets are a bit busier now, so I'm just trying to see if there's a way we can navigate towards the docks and the ship without going through the main streets, trying to not draw as much attention as possible.
You're going to take an unconscious woman, broad daylight, through alleyways. I just want you to think about this.
I'm trying to think about what to do next, because Okay. I stay at the door of the church. You don't quite leave yet. I leave the door. I take the cloth out of his mouth and I say, "Okay, we got two options. We either have the clerics take a look at her and try to help awaken her, and realize that she's taken their orb, or we try to go through the streets and find someone else that can tend to her until she wakes up and not make mention of the orb at all."
Okay, do that. Say that again, Skitch, because sometimes you start going into talk mode when you're in discussion, when you're in think mode, and it's weird.
I said we have two choices. We can either stay here, try to find a cleric, and have him look and try to help Denora wake her up, at the risk of him seeing that she has the white orb, if he knows what the white orb actually is.
You're talking to Dother, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to Dother, saying there are two options. What do you think we should do?
I think we should carry her out of here. How about we have her carry her so that we've got her arms around your neck, so it looks like she's kind of conscious, and kind of throw something over her head.
She still has a blindfold on her face, and there's.
Oh, don't let them see. Don't just let them see the blindfold. Just have something like draped over her head, like a hood or something like that.
I take off my cloak and I try to fashion it into a makeshift hood to put over her.
Okay.
And then we'll go with Dother's idea with trying to walk up with her arms kind of around our shoulders, and
wait. Oh. Around both of your shoulders, like she's like this is some sort of Abbott and Costello routine you're pulling off here.
I saw Weekend at Bernie's too.
Can you, guys? Can I? I'm sorry. I'm just going to be extremely out of character. You know, Dother is a priest. I think you just can have her slung over, like you're holding her up, and people aren't going to be too suspicious about that. It's not like people are going to convict the holy man of raping her. You could just carry her back to the ship that way. You don't have to, like, throw her over your shoulder and hood her face and dress her up like a potato sack. I really think this is...
Okay,
I think we're overcomplicating this.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that Dother was really a priest. So
He's an invoker. It's not really the same thing.
So
it's still a member of the church.
He can pass himself off.
Okay.
Have a holy symbol to corral him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be overly cautious, I guess. Well,
all right. How about this? I'm stepping in here. The priest / cleric / lookalike Dother has his holy symbol out and is carrying Denora, with his arms. She's obviously unconscious, but he's carrying her out with his arms and is constantly, as he walks through the streets, just has Greg sort of help him lift her up. And people sort of step aside, seeing as this is they sort of step aside almost in as if it's some sort of emergency service he's performing, and he's able to finally take her back to the ship.
Yay.
okay. Well, at least we got back to the ship. Who's the first person that we run into in the ship? Who wants to be the first person that we run into?
John.
Yeah, because Kathleen wouldn't be on deck, would she?
All right.
She's going to be sunbathing on deck. She probably would be at that point. I mean,
Jesus, these guys have been gone for like 3 days. What the fuck? I'm running out of crosswords. Poor little word for a TV show about smoke monsters and an island. MASH!
I call to John to just help get Denora under the deck and
he does.
See where Kathleen is, and we'll try to.
And he takes the eyeless Denora directly to Kathleen. He drops her off and says, "You're a woman. Here."
Damn it, Dother!
I didn't do anything. I didn't even know we were going anywhere until suddenly she was blind and eyeless.
Why wouldn't you put the blindfold? She has one. Put it on.
I already put it on her. I put on the blindfold after she fell on Dother, so she was blindfolded the whole time.
Is she all right?
You don't really know. She's alive.
Well, she's unconscious, and given her condition, the only thing I can assume is, well, she was chosen.
Well,
I mean, only she knows what happened in that room, and she's unfortunately unconscious. So I suspect she's